You know that feeling when you're scrolling through your bank statement, maybe late at night, and you pause, you squint a bit, and you think, hang on, what is that charge? How long have I actually been paying for that? It's a bit unsettling, isn't it? How these digital subscriptions just seem to multiply. Streaming, apps, tools, you name it. And if you actually stop to add it all up, I mean, really add it up, that number could be, well, kind of shocking.
Oh, absolutely. You've really hit on something universal. There's a modern challenge, definitely.
Yeah.
We wanted all this digital convenience, right? But the side effect is this landscape of recurring payments everywhere. It often leads to what I sometimes call subscription leakage.
Yeah.
Money just dripping away on things we barely use, or even worse, things we've totally forgotten about.
Yeah, forgotten is the key word there.
And it's not just the financial hit, is it? It's like this low-level hum of mental clutter, a tax on your brain space.
That's such a good point, the cognitive burden. It's not just the pounds or dollars. It's that little voice in your head saying, oh, I really should cancel that trial. Or, wait, do I have 3 cloud storage accounts? You feel kind of disorganized, like you're not quite in control of this chunk of your digital life.
Exactly. And that feeling, that disorganization, it can almost paralyze you, make it harder to actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
So many of us click sign up, think, oh, I'll sort this out later. But later just doesn't happen sometimes.
Story of my life.
Which is precisely why this deep dive feels so relevant right now.
Yeah.
We're going to explore a really quite elegant solution. It's called the Absence Subscription Tracker, and it was developed by Steph Wynne. So our mission today is to unpack it, not just what it is, but the story behind it, how it works, and honestly, why it could make a real difference for you.
Okay, let's dive into that story. Because as you said, it came from a place many of us recognize. Steph Wynne herself was struggling with this, right? Trying to keep track. I heard she started with a basic spreadsheet, which, fair enough. Many people do.
Yeah, that's right. She was in the same boat. A spreadsheet is, well, it's a start. It gets things written down.
But what was missing? What was the limitation that made her think, this isn't quite cutting it?
Well, fundamentally, it was static. A spreadsheet is like a digital ledger. It holds the data you put in, but it doesn't really do much with it. It doesn't remind you. It doesn't calculate easily. It doesn't prompt you to take action. So Steph found she was still forgetting renewals, still losing track of those trial end dates, still seeing money wasted.
Right, it's passive tracking, not active management.
Precisely. It was good for recording, but not good enough for actually controlling things. It just didn't give her that proactive edge she needed.
Okay, so she hits this wall with the spreadsheet method. Then comes the aha moment. And this is the really interesting part. It didn't come from where you might expect. She was testing Hostinger's Horizon, which is like a website builder. How does that lead to a subscription tracker?
It's a fantastic bit of creative thinking, actually. Hostinger's Horizon, yes, it's known for building websites, but underneath it has quite powerful back-end database capabilities, tools for handling structured data. And Steph realized she could use that structure the way it organizes and relates information much more dynamically than a flat spreadsheet. She could use that to build something totally different.
Ah, I see. So not just rows and columns, but something that could connect the dots.
Exactly. She saw the potential for a live dashboard, something that could automatically calculate totals, maybe flag upcoming dates, link your notes to a specific subscription, things a simple spreadsheet just struggles with. It was about seeing how a flexible web-based database tool could solve this very personal, very common problem.
That's really clever. So the aim wasn't some huge, complicated app, but something. What was her goal?
The goal was clear. Something simple, powerful, and built specifically to help people take back control of those recurring costs. She wanted to give anyone feeling that overwhelm a way to get clarity, regain control, and ultimately save some money.
Okay, let's talk about what it actually does. How does this apps and subscription tracker deliver on that promise for someone listening right now, maybe feeling buried under subscriptions?
Well, the first thing, the core of it, is this centralized dashboard. Just imagine logging in and seeing every single subscription you have, all listed neatly in one place. Clean, easy to see.
Okay, that alone sounds good. No more hunting through emails or bank statements.
Right. Just having everything consolidated like that immediately cuts through a lot of the fog. It's all right there.
But it's more than just a list, I assume. Because the real pain point is often the money, right? That slow drain.
Exactly. So, beyond just listing them, it brings crucial financial clarity. As you add your subscriptions, you know how much they cost, how often you pay. The tracker automatically calculates your totals, monthly spend, yearly spend.
Does it link to your bank or anything?
No, and that's an important point for privacy and security. It doesn't connect to your bank. It works entirely off the information you put in. But seeing those calculated totals based on what you've entered, that can be a real eye-opener. It pulls together all those little amounts we tend to forget about or mentally minimize.
Oh, I bet. Seeing that annual total especially, suddenly that 10 pounds a month habit looks quite different.
It really does. It's like switching on the main light instead of using a dim lamp. Everything becomes much clearer.
Okay, so clarity on what you have, clarity on what it costs. What else does it offer to help you actually manage these things?
It keeps all the key details handy for each service. Things like your login info or a reminder of it, the exact renewal date, and even a space for your own notes.
Oh, notes could be useful, like use this once or must cancel before Tuesday.
Precisely. So if you decide, right, I need to cancel this, or even just I need to check the terms, all the info you need is right there. It removes the friction, the searching around, that all stops us from taking action.
And that brings us to what feels like the most critical part, doesn't it? Addressing that initial problem, forgetting, wasting money. This tool is designed to help you act.
Yes, that's the core intent. It's not just a passive record. It's built to empower action, whether that's prompting you to look again at services you haven't logged notes for in ages, or just making it super simple to find the details needed to cancel something. It shifts you from just seeing the problem to actively managing it.
That makes sense. Turning awareness into actual control.
That's the goal, moving from passive observation to active decision-making.
So for someone listening thinking, okay, sounds great, but is it going to be complicated to set up? How simple is it to actually get started?
It's designed to be incredibly straightforward. Steph really focused on ease of use. It boils down to basically 3 steps. First, sign up. It's totally free. Takes literally seconds. No messing about.
Okay, free and fast. Good start.
Second, add your subscriptions. You just start inputting your recurring payments into the dashboard. List the service, the cost, the frequency. It's quick, intuitive.
Right, just get them all down in one place.
Yep. And third, you see your spending almost immediately. As soon as you've got those subscriptions in, boom, you see your monthly total, your yearly total. That clarity hits you right away.
And that immediate feedback must be quite powerful. It puts you straight into that position of control you mentioned. You see the reality, then you can decide what to do.
Exactly. It's about enabling conscious spending choices rather than letting things just happen in the background.
Which leads nicely to the bigger picture, right?
Yeah.
It's obviously great to save money. Who wouldn't want that? But you mentioned Steph's goal was broader regaining clarity, regaining control. What does that mean beyond just the bank balance?
Well, think about that feeling of overwhelm we talked about earlier. Tackling this one area, getting your subscriptions organized, it brings a real sense of peace of mind. It reduces that decision fatigue, frees up mental energy that was being spent worrying, even subconsciously, about forgotten payments or wasted money.
Yeah, I could see that. It's like decluttering a digital cupboard. It just feels better.
It really does. In a world where our digital lives just keep expanding, finding ways to simplify, to streamline, is hugely valuable. This tracker offers a very tangible way to feel more organized, more in control, not just of the money, but of your mental space too. It helps you be more intentional about where your resources, both financial and mental, are actually going.
So it's kind of like a guard against that subscription creep.
That's a great way to put it. A digital firewall against subscription creep. It helps you shift from being just a passive bill payer to an active curator of the services you actually use and value.
Okay, so we've covered the problem, the really interesting origin story with Steph, what the tracker actually does, how simple it is. But now, the bit that often makes people raise an eyebrow, you said it's free, like really free.
Completely free. For life. That's the offer.
No catch, no credit card needed up front, no trial that suddenly expires.
None of that. No credit card, no hidden fees, no gimmicks. You just sign up with your name and email. That's it. It's genuinely intended as an accessible tool for anyone who wants to get a better handle on their digital spending.
Wow, okay. That's pretty compelling. So if you're listening and feeling that sense of overwhelm, maybe you've had that what's this charge moment recently, or even if you just want to feel a bit more organized in your digital life, well, we really encourage you to check it out. We'll put the early adopter link right below this deep dive. Go on, sign up. Start taking back that control today. It sounds like it could make a real difference.
Absolutely. And maybe just one final thought to leave you with. Beyond the money you might save, think about the hidden costs of not knowing. The mental energy tied up in worrying about unmanaged subscriptions, the time wasted hunting for login details, that general background hum of disorganization. This tracker tackles that for subscriptions. But it also makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other parts of your digital life, maybe your files, your notifications, even your online habits, could benefit from that same kind of intentional clarity and control? It's maybe a first step towards a less cluttered, more mindful digital existence overall.